So today what I want to do is I want to look at a recent video that I put out about some performance testing that I did and talk about how I've incorporated that with some training that I've done recently to kind of see where my deficits are and then adjust those deficits to help me long term. So recently I posted a video about me doing the Navy SEAL performance readiness assessment type test. Essentially, it's a battery of tests that look at your overall general fitness. And my goal was to hit the minimum on each of those standards as a baseline fitness level. I feel like if I can hit the minimum standard across every aspect of that training, then that means that I'm fairly fit for a 38-year-old dad who is just trying to be in the best shape he can be while also being a working full-time father and all the other things that come along with that. And so one of the areas that I was weakest in, if you go back and look at the video, was my upper body push-pull strength. So my bench, I use body weight bench, minimum is 10. I really only got like 8.5 because my wife was helping me with one of the reps. And then my pull-ups were fairly weak too. So I did hit the minimum on that portion, but it was low. It was just over the men's standard. So I know that that is a pretty weak phase for me. And then the training modality that I do most frequently is CrossFit. I like it. It's good community locally here. It's close to the house, and it's easy jump in, jump out, and I don't have to think about prepping my workout or planning throughout the year or going through cycles. I just follow along with the methodology that we use. So we did a workout recently, which was god awful, and I knew it was going to be bad for me going into it. And I do a pretty good job of setting my stimulus and scaling appropriately so that I'm hitting the target or at least being close to it and not getting capped. I'm pretty proud of myself for that the last couple of years of kind of being able to dial that in. But this one I knew was going to be bad, and I kind of wanted to push myself just to see where I was. And so it was a 1K row into 50 thrusters at a 45-pound bar, 60 pull-ups, 50 thrusters, and a 1K row, time cap of 20 minutes. Now, I'm really bad, as we just said, at upper body push-pull. I knew there was going to be a limitation, and the pull-ups really just crushed me. I was stuck at the pull-ups forever. And I was pretty disappointed because I got capped and I still had a decent amount to go on the row. So instead of getting frustrated, I realized that I had just completed this performance assessment and I knew that that was a weak area for me. And so I thought, what can I do to get better in that area? So I went immediately to the Rogue website. I've been thinking about buying a pull-up door jammer for here in my office for a long time. I went ahead, just bit the bullet and bought it. And that way I know that every time I leave this room, I'm going to do a minimum of 5 pull-ups or whatever I can get at that time. And just by doing that, by leaving and coming in, every time I pass by that doing 5, I know that my capacity is going to increase. So that's going to be one. The second is my upper body push. And I had some parallel bars that I'd already bought a while back. And so I'm going to start doing those. I do a 30-minute break, 30 to 40-minute breaks at work every day. And I get up, I move my body, I stretch, I get sunlight so I can come back and be more productive throughout the day. So I'm doing more push-ups now in between those breaks and kind of going as much as I can for hypertrophy. So doing really slow, controlled reps, pausing, and trying to get a maximum set in each time I take one of those breaks. So I am not a physical therapist. I am not a licensed personal trainer. Really, the goal of this channel is just to document this journey so that I can motivate myself and hopefully motivate some other people along the way to continue to be fit. And the reason I'm making this is just to kind of tie together some of the videos that I've done and talk about how I'm using some of these metrics to kind of change my training and look at my training as we're going forward. The other thing I kind of realized is my overall motor is kind of low. So I do really good in those 10, 15-minute windows, but that 20-minute workout, I got on that second row and I was really, really, really tanked, which is unusual for me because I'm pretty strong at the row. And so I realized that my overall, aerobic capacity probably needs to be a little bit higher than it is. And in incorporating my family, one of the ways that I think I'm going to start to do that is after dinner each night that it's nice is just go on a family walk, either with my wife or with my wife and my kids or with my kids. And that's not going to be as efficient as going on a run or adding a long aerobic training to my week, but it fits with my values of spending time with my family. It also helps with my aerobic capacity because it's more aerobic work than I'm doing currently. And it fits into my schedule. I don't have time really to do an extra training or an extra run. And so this works and it fits in. So let me know in the comments how you guys are kind of using your testing and your training to adjust your workouts, because I'd love to learn, and that's why I'm here. So thanks, everybody.